Hello everyone, today we're watching MSRM versus me on a new map called Short Circuit, which was made by Matterino and will be played in tournaments for StormGate. Of course, we only have 3 maps on the ladder right now, so the community is helping out so that we have cool maps to play on, and it's called Short Circuit, of course, because we have all of these cool electricity themed doodads and widgets and gizmos all around the map. And this is actually my favorite map of the custom maps. They're all very good, don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing shade at anybody's maps. But this one is just the best in terms of aesthetic, in terms of the feel of playing it. And I did manage to play 3 games, I think, against MSRM on it yesterday. There's a little bit of fuss trying to get it going, like getting custom maps going. You have to have the editor, like one of the people who made it, or somebody with editor privileges to host it for you. But we do have 3 games at least. And we have msrm on his main on Infernal here. He has gone for a Shrine first, so just so you guys know, if you are on the ladder playing Infernals, don't go Shrine first unless you know something very important about your opponent, which is that he won't really early aggressive cheese you, because it's pretty hard to hold anything with Shrine first. If you keep going Shrine first and keep losing, don't worry, that's probably supposed to happen. But it is a Shrine first into a 1-1 Conclave Iron Vaults. I've gone for an array as well. You know, we're testing out the map, so we kind of have an agreement between each other. We haven't ever said this, but you know, let's not just cheese the hell out of each other. Let's actually try and get a game going, see how it feels to play on this new map. And you can see the main and natural. There's some features of them that make them comfortable to play. The first one is that the Ethereum is very close to the main base for Celestials, and a normal distance for the other 2 factions. But what sometimes happens is, for example, the Ethereum is so far away you can't really throw down a Ethereum Purifier without building a power bank or something else first, or sending a Morph Core, or sending the Arc Ship all the way over there. But you can see here, managed to get a Ethereum Purifier nice and cozy, and that Prism will go straight to the Luminite, and we'll get a decent economy for Celestials going. So it's small map features like that that will determine how effective the race can be. You know, it may sound small, but it all adds up in a big way. And you can see msrm taking a 3rd shrine here. The 3rd and the natural, you can see they're kind of on the same screen. If the mini-map wasn't there, you would see the Luminite patch where it is. So main, natural, and 3rd, you can actually show all 3 Luminite patches on the same screen, which tells you that this is a very cozy 3-base setup. You can see here I've got a partial wall off here, and that will help me stopping units running through here and into my main. I'm just making Argents. In terms of gameplay, it's very standard. I went array first into 2 chamber, making Argents, taking a 3rd array. This is very standard. Even getting, this is kind of a optional thing, but you can get Ethereum Purifier if you think that you can not die doing it. And I'm looking at this map and I'm thinking, yeah, this is a safe-ish map. The distance, rush distance, doesn't seem too short or too long. It seems like a good balance, so I'm not too worried about early aggression. We've got a nice choke point going on by our ramp, got a 3rd array, and look at this choke point. This is my favorite thing, is that you can actually choke this off quite easily, and this is the 3rd base, right? So not only do we have a comfortable setup here, we also have a 3rd base that we can kind of rely on. You can see some fiends running in. I'm going for the StormGate. msrm is already on a 4th shrine, so he doesn't really have the units. So he actually lets me have the first StormGate. But we're both being quite greedy. msrm being slightly greedy, obviously, with the 4th base already on the way. And into a triple spire Spriggan. And this is something msrm also does when he doesn't want the game to end too quickly, as he goes Spriggan, because they're not really a great unit. But you can still make plays with them, do harass, and it feels like a solid RTS game when there's Spriggan involved. Just because they're unlikely just to end the game. You can see I got the Shadow Mark, what's it called, Relic, putting it on 3 chambers, the Guardian Nexus, and I do assume it increases research speed. If you look at the tooltip, it doesn't actually say research speed, but it looks like it's chugging along quite quickly here, so I'm still under the impression that this is improving this research speed by 40%, which is huge, right? That's always there, it's constant. I don't need to keep throwing surges on this, although I can. And you can see just having a plug like that on the 3rd is really nice. This is still good for msrm Spriggan. You know, the map does allow you, like, there's dead space here, so you can come in and harass this, you can come in and harass this. It's pretty comfortable to harass, but it's not overwhelming. Like, you'll see I'll have vectors, and we'll be able to jump these cliffs, because the Luminites are so close that if I have vectors defending this base, it's only one blink away from defending the next one. So that's another reason I like this map. You can see these cool Vanguard sigils everywhere as well on the Ethereums here. And I've just gone for Argents into Kree. Again, very standard. I sent some Kree into the Luminite here. I'll go back actually just to show you that. So I'm blocking off this path so the Kree can't roll in through here. But I actually roll them in from my main army, which is something I like to do, is just to detach the Kree from my main army and run in to a Luminite line. And then we do the basic micro, right? Like, we don't really need to micro the Kree all that much when we A-click them into a Luminite line, or rather move command them into a Luminite line, and then we can just start to step the Argents. So you'll see me do that all the time. It's quite a good maneuver. And yeah, the Kree are able to escape. I feel like this meat farm maybe could have just plugged the Kree there, and then I would have had a harder time escaping. Here come the Spriggans, and you can see my Zoomy Argents. Trying to micro them a bit, keep the injured ones alive. Zoomy Argents just mowing down the Spriggans. So, as I say, Spriggan are not the most useful Infernal unit, but they're a fun one, and you can make plays with them. So msrm kind of just giving me a chance here on the Celestials, because generally speaking, if he just makes brutes and with the upgrade, the game ends. So this is just a way to have a game. You know, it's like a gentleman's agreement, since we're testing. So behind this, do I get a fourth base? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm panicking about the Spriggan. I build one Legion Hall into 2 Star Forges. Yeah. But it didn't feel like it went so badly for me, all these trades. There aren't that many brutes, and if there aren't that many brutes, the trades aren't all that one-sided. This feels like good RTS right here. It's when, you know, there's a back and forth. If I go too far onto his side of the map, he can make enough units to push me away. And then we have the objectives to deal with, and actually all hunt one place on the map and have a focal point that isn't somebody's resources and mining rate. Again, you know, the Spriggan aren't the best at taking Stormgates either, so it's not a surprise we're not seeing too many of them, but msrm is trying to make them work. Oh, he called my bluff there. I jump in there hoping he would run away, but he's like, wait, you don't have a bunch of units coming, I'm just going to go and kill you. So that was me trying to bluff, and msrm standing strong, holding the line. He's realizing he's not going to out DPS all those Kree, and he's not really going to do all that much damage to the Kree either, so he's trying to avoid the engagement. What do I get from the Stormgate? I'm too busy microing these vectors. Again, you can see me kind of just suiciding my Argents into the Spriggan, pretending like I'm going to kill them all. Yeah, I was going to say I needed to surge some more vectors out here. Surging is very crucial in these kinds of moments, because like even 2 vectors poses a threat to these Spriggans. So it's the one time where surging is critical, like you have to surge your vectors out as much as possible. Kree gonna run in, try and find some damage. He's got a couple of brutes. He's got even more spires on the way. He's up to 7 spires. Oh, I got the dogs from the Stormgate. You see, it's quite a nice map for them as well. They're not really engaging, but they're able to escape. Magmadon's coming in, countering the Kree. Kree are in the Luminite line, so they will be able to explode and kill some imps. msrm's pulling them away. Vectors need to be careful here. Yeah, you can see the Spriggan are chasing the dogs. Tried to put them in the heal camp. msrm either followed them or just knew I would do that, because I always do that. I really love these dogs just constantly coming in and out, getting the healing, and then backing out again. I really do love this Stormgate reward. Spriggan jumping on top of the vectors here, actually killing them. See, msrm actually already took the lead here, so when I was playing this game, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try 1 Legion Hall and 2 Star Forges instead of 3 Star Forges. Usually I just build 3 of one structure, so either 3 Legion Halls on 3 base saturation or 3 Star Forges. This time I wanted to go 1 Legion Hall so I can get the tier 3 upgrade and start like peppering in some Archangels. But I think I sorely regretted that. Either I needed to be much better on surging out the vectors, or I needed to just build 3 Staff Forges. So that was me attempting to grow as an RTS player, but stuck as a C tier RTS player. I fumbled it. Didn't quite get enough vectors out to crush the Spriggan. And they've been kind of pecking at me for this whole time. Managed to get an array there as well. And obviously this Legional Horde has been inactive. Like, I haven't really been making Seraphim off of it, and I don't think I even got to tier 3. I didn't. Yeah, now I'm getting it, but it's a bit late. You can see it's quite comfortable. msrm's getting up even more expansions, but they're really not that far away. No base is very far away from the last. Every base is kind of one screen away from the next. Yeah, they actually are. Each base is one screen away from the next. And that's not a given, right? Oh no, Shadowfly's coming in. There's nothing I can do about that. Ay ay ay. Devastating my Ethereum economy. I mean, that's cheeky. He does have, you know, mass Spire, and I don't really have air units, so it makes sense that he just made some Shadow Flyers and tried to trade them out for my Ethereum prisms. I'm actually floating 2,000 Ethereum right now. I'm trying to get this Stormgate, and look, it's the last thing is mine, but like in the process of this, I lost everything. Like that entire 1 second was enough. Because like I'm here pounding this Stormgate, thinking, oh, we're gonna get this easy. I got Seraphim, his army's not here yet. Actually a visual bug there, the Stormgate progress didn't update. But yeah, because of that, I just lost the game right there. Like, there's no way I can do that. In the meantime, what was that? Oh, that's right. Look at this. This array that's just finishing, he's going to use the Shadow Bomb dive thing on it. Yeah, there it is. This used to be meta because it would only take 4 Shadow Flyers to kill an array or something silly like that. And that used to be just infernal gameplay. It's just to make 4 Shadow Flyers and bomb the arrays. And obviously there's a dragon here. I don't have much to do with this. I GG out here. I did have these dogs sat in the health camp here. Again, is my patented play here, as I always do this. Just have them, and it's kind of comfortable as well because it's so close. It's like 2 seconds away and a blink away from the Luminite line. Obviously I'm microing here, pretending I'm still in the game as this happens. But these doggos are so good at killing imps. You can see they turn around and try and kill them, but they really don't do anything. Oh, that's right. I GG, but then I stay in the game, which is usually very BM. But I have the Stormcaller, and we bait msrm into it using mind tricks. Look at him. He's under hypnosis right now. He has no choice but to sit in my Stormcaller. And there it is. There it is. It's over, I said. I didn't actually know it hits air units, and I also tested one other thing out, which is it doesn't go into dead space. It's not a flying unit. Because I asked, well, somebody asked me if I had any ties, and I said yeah, because Celestials can hide their arc ship in the dead space, and if you run out of money in flying units, you'll never get it. msrm said he thinks the Stormcaller could get it, but I don't think you can actually, well, I know you can't actually get it in the dead space, so this is not a tiebreaker. There isn't a tiebreaker. If there was a flying unit that could shoot up from the Stormgates, then that would be the tiebreaker. Alright, like and subscribe, guys. That's all for me. I'll see you next time.